welcome to the program. My name is Abman Kota, and you are watching the Tpn TV and Radio Network. Today, we get a very big imam, one of the Leonean imams in American Aya. In name na Sheikh Alhaji Abdul Karim Mansare. Mr. Mansare na the chief imam na the Sierra Leone Mosque na Ohio, where comprises of about 450 members. Another mosque there, na the chief imam. With discussion for today with the Sheikh, let us see how religion they influence politics, or the way politics they influence religion, specifically in terms of Sierra Leone. Mr. Mansare, it's been a pleasure for coming at the program. Mr. Mansare.
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay.
Well,
first we want for welcoming this wonderful program, and I think this is the first time for make you can at this program. We'll be not bring some imams them also in Sierra Leoneans imam first time. So you go able just introduce yourself to the people the way they watch we and the way they listen in at the radio.
All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yeah. First of all, I'm so honored for invite me to this wonderful program. Mina Alhaj Abdul Karim Mansare, Mina Makeni Tong Abon, and I go to the Arabic College of Mabuka, and again I go to the Arabic College of Makeni, where I get my diploma, and of course I come to America here, and I continue my studies. And for the help of other Sierra Leoneans and Muslims, we don't put in place, forget a masjid. And I'm so happy say they choose me for the imam. One of them people then they, of course, they didn't at the radio, we all know. When Mr. Ahmed Kanu, we in at the forefront, they call her as me your mentor. We help follow get this masjid today, and in lead follow get this big masjid really. So if I talk brief for introduce myself, I will stop here first, and we continue the program.
Thank you very much, Sheikh. First of all, me na Magburka Amen. Actually, that Arabic way the way you talk about so. Arabic way, I not good na that Arabic day, but during the 80s, where I've been young, where I've been in good school, before them build the university na that Voyager, so the college been just near SLMB school. So now SLMB school I start me class 1 and I've been see them people then they way who been they claim that hill they all, you know. So it's interesting that I get somebody in the program we also go to that school day. So it's been a pleasure for talk to you. So let me start with politics in particular. What do you think say religion get for play in terms of politics? The reason what make I ask, in Islam, the character of somebody na in they define who you are. It doesn't matter which type of position you hold, whether na imam or na politician, your character is something that defines who you are and your behavior towards the other people then.
Well, yeah, that's true. First of all, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam tell you say in zilu and nas fi manazilihim, if you put the right man in the right place. As you say, the character yes, it can show. Democratic election of leaders inside Islam. In the beginning, Islam mandated democracy through a group we then call the Shura. That's my elected council of leaders. So this process here, it will go through people, then they sit them together, then consult one another and select one person who make it represent them. So the person will then see if fit for make it represent them. And that get to work with trust, and that get to work with person where they say the truth. So if you want to make they continue for still elaborate on which I try for talk now is for be trustworthy, it play a big role inside politics and inside democracy. First of all, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah tell him say, "Washawiruhum fil amr." Anything so far where you want to do, if you include people that's inclusive, you get for day inside the politics or inside democracy. You don't just get for decide something on your own. You get people them where you they consult, where they proceed on, you consult them, and from there you get for look into the face them or the nonsense where they come with you sit down, you think. So you never say this person here, okay, not from the same tribe or not from the same religion or not from the same family. I just get for look them down. You get for listen to them. So, and God is continuing to tell the prophet, if you walk on Leone, you have to be, soft to them. Use your voice. You get to put them down when it is like a dawa. It's like you calling them, because you, the leader, where they don't choose, you don't become the slave. Now that's make you say, all right, so you see, their leader is their slave. So any leader will not have to be a slave for the people that we the rule, is not ready for leading. So yes. So the idea for due to the character of the person, yeah.
So the idea where a lot of people then they go with, I think say there's some kind of a misconception. Religion often mixed with politics. It's not necessarily true, because then say society influence man as much as man influence society, and religion now one of the influences then they. It doesn't necessarily mean say you as a Muslim or you as a Christian, for be part of the political decision making, but you just get for no say there is a boundary between the way they play politics and religion, right?
Yeah. Actually, anybody will say Islam not get nothing to do with politics and make you think twice, because the time when the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam the tribe for pass away, he appointed Abu Bakr Siddiq for make he go pray. That's when he did 6 billion monaram. Right. So when he can pass away and the people then Siram then choose Abu Bakr Siddiq. And after that, Umar bin Khattab come to the picture. And Umar bin Khattab he do something at the religion where we see when you look at him, he see politics inside and he see about democracy inside. Because the first thing we do, because this Ramadan what it makes with the Tarawih prayers, now demand this, we say we have to come together. We have to pray together. Nobody not just go now, you go pray 10 rakat or 8 rakat. Make we come together. Now the person is we make the Hijrah calendar. Where they go high so to the end time and they all. This now Umar bin Khattab now in Islam. He send letters them to various and towns and cities that we surround Saudi Arabia. And the demand is we make a proper army. We be say it pay them. He send them at the border. And in the demand we make the first police department. We including himself in the patrol. So he make this police and people can come for liquor. Islam, they call them Siyasiyatul Islamiyya. That is politics in Islam. So anybody will tell you say politics, you don't get nothing for with Islam, let a person they think twice.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, because I think saying kind of a lot of misconception where a lot of people there. But also I will see the other side of the other people there and just believe say well Islam for religion in general, whether Islam or Christianity, for worship God. Well, God says it gets structure, not so. It gets structure within in your cabinet. It gets structure now at the head, and it gets other people the way now different executives. All so that in itself, they don't reject the idea. Say you not get nothing for you na imam or you na Muslim or you na this, you not get nothing for do with politics. Now, in
Okay.
terms of how politicians and then they go, they see politician when he want for make them the elect him, he they go na mosque. And they turn anyway, they go pray in a mosque or they go na church. How that's actually pan out?
Okay. Well, that is to say, we the one elect time that you say they go to the mosque, we not to Muslim, or we they go to the church, we not to Christian. Now that's it. Try to say.
Exactly. We not to Christian, or we don't see people that we not Christian. Because he wants for make them elector because he wants also the influence of the Muslims. He go pray na mosque or he go pray na church.
Okay. Well, first of all, as a Muslim, we know the rules of an Islam. Then tell me, say, there is no compulsion in the religion. La ikra fi din, kad tabana lushum min al-ghayy, faman yakfur bi taghut. There is no compulsion in the religion because the truth is out there. The clear manifest is out there. So you don't get for compel somebody for coming at the religion. If somebody can at the masjid, he say if they can pray, of course, he get for allow him for make he can pray. But now think again. We then say this now a leader of the country. You don't be a leader for everybody. Not to only a leader for Muslims, or not only a leader for Christians. So Allah said that the Holy Quran, He say, "Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu," He say, "Oh, you who believe Allah." Atiullah, He say, obey Allah. Wa atiur Rasul, obey the Prophet then. Wa ulil amri minkum, and obey those in authority among you. So whoever be, and for example, we get a mother being the president of the country, if they say if they go to the masjid, you don't forget to say anything, then just get for tell them, so, okay, before everybody enter the masjid, like this masjid there, these are the rules, you get for follow their rules there. But you know me, say we get for say, okay, you don't come there because not to Muslim. You get for follow the rules, you get for tell them, say, you get for be pure, of course, you get for tell them, say, okay, because in an Islamic religion, you get for wash janaba, you get for do wudu before you ever enter at the masjid. Maybe that go way they go at the masjid day, that go turn in heart for make it be a Muslim. Because that's not another dawah. Because the people that already can at the masjid, they don't be Muslims already. So it's okay, go to the ghetto and talk about Islam, talk to them. Maybe you get one or two where they come inside Islam. This also they can invite me to church. I can go this. We are talking and a lot of Christians then. Mr. Ahmed Kanu, he will be a witness that the way they don't hold Islam, they come into our one masjid because of that. So we get for the give people them chance. Maybe that chance we give him, he will turn his heart for make he go inside the Islam.
Yeah, definitely. The reason we make I ask that question, I remember one event where Dr. Samura been going to one mosque. I think he would talk there. He bring a lot of blowback in social media, say for good enough. Now the member or whatever they call them because to Muslim, not only Muslim or it's like say somebody gets in front of speaker. I don't know if now they hear double voices.
Yeah, this will be the area. Yeah, I think you don't cut off.
Yeah, so please, if una they talk, we una mute una phone first. So it been bring a lot of brouhaha na the social media say enough for do so. So what are your own advice towards them kind of events then?
Yeah, as I say earlier on just now, when somebody they can at the masjid, because I know say a leader like around the big person like that, they just the badge in at the masjid, way make the leaders they know say, oh, are they come? You go tell them. Yep. And then we'll tell them waiting required for making come at the masjid. And of course, the pulpit, if not the pulpit, it's him up, you're not supposed to him up now the pulpit. Because the pulpit, now only the imam it's him up there is send a sermon, like where they give sermon. So placement in at the masjid for that. Because actually I don't follow up that. I don't know how that scenario be there. But if you allow one at the masjid, but then just get for sure, I'm waiting for do to come at the masjid because this not religious leader, this not a leader of the country. maybe that way they go to the masjid, Allah go touch your heart, it's on to religion. So we get maybe that tolerate we tolerate, it change somebody in mind so that they go into the fold of who say you want them.
So one very important question where I want to ask you, because I they see in a political quarters, people then they talk say the payment of politics now this whole year a day. Is that true?
They say waiting the government of politics.
Oh, they say the payments. Well, you know some politicians, you know payments, politics payments now this whole year a day. You know they na the next wall. And that's the reason that one the way they see a lot of politicians and they behave very, very unethically sometimes. As an imam, we know exactly what God talk about leaders and in terms of their own punishment or reward. So tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, first of all, when we talk about politics, we get different types of politics. Some man they do your own politics. You know, you do a righteous way. For example, I don't understand say, oh, if you don't sabi like you not get for be a politician. So it depends to how you work with your own politics. Because even the prophet tell you say, Hubul Watan Minal Iman, the love of your country is part of your faith. The love of your country is part of your faith. So it depends on how you work. When you do that politics day, you will do bad, you will thief, you will kill, you will do this. So it depends on what you come after, or what you will do when they elect you. For example, we elected you to say, be the head of this program. Yeah. It depends on what you do. Now, so God they pay you because Allah say, Man ya'amal miskala zaratin khairan yara, or man ya'amal miskala zaratin sharan yara. Whoever walk now this world here, because they say for can walk. If you walk something, it's not a little thing. When I do thing, Allah say, you go see a yom al kiyama, you go pay you. So any side where you do, where you walk day, you get for say one day you get for die, or one day that position they get for left you. So you get for be mindful of what you they do. So again, it depends on how you do your own politics. If you not dirty politics they do, you do bad. I get for go saying that they hellfire because they don't do bad. It's not good thing that you do. We are knows a lot of people they do good by their own politics, and they pay for that. So it comes in two ways.
Let we go on the phone and let some people there then get the chance for ask question. Let's start with you, myself, Mr. Ahmed Kanu. He didn't the line with you. Mr. Kanu, you get question or you get a little bit of comment since this now you imam where the pay na chief imam na Ohio. By the way, I did see na Ohio. This coming Thursday, now they are reach na Ohio.
Okay, inshallah. We welcome inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. I want to thank me Imam and bless him for the opportunity we do for sure. Now this program is a busy man. In fact, being for this and teaching at this time. But he sacrificed for Ghana the program because he want to educate some people them where waiting he don't tell we so no some people they not know. So let God bless him for that. And we need them program here from time to time, Mr. Mankuta. Now my question is to me, Imam, you know ask him this. But I want for he kind of tell me a little bit about the madrasa, the constitution itself, we derive from the Quran. Because all the constitution are nothing in fact. Now we life what they do we know they from the Quran. Everything science, you name it. So I just want to make you tell me a little bit about the madrasa, the constitution, and make you elaborate more on the consensus of the Al-Humriya. We, of course, we get all them politics here from the Quran, and then we know more about why the leaders them, when you think about Abu Bakr, Umar bin Al-Khattab, Uthman, they all not in Caliph, but they believe in consultation and then believe for say we therefore get guidelines from the Quran which came to be the madrasa. So let's tell you small about the madrasa.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Through Chasa, yeah. As I've been saying just now, like the Islamic religion, the Quran, in that the Constitution. Because the author of this book, when God Almighty Allah, he even boasts, he said, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. He said, that book, there is no doubt in it. So he is the only author who writes a book, he said, no doubt in it. So if we come to how the stages then, let's say politics be inside it, because when the prophets they die, he appoints Abu Bakr Siddiq for making pray. But he not sign anything for say, now Abu Bakr Siddiq get forbid the Caliphate. Alright? So where he don't count as I tell you now, they form the Shura. They sit down. They say, would I forbid the Caliphate? They say, well, until now Abu Bakr Siddiq, now they don't appoint, make it be the Khalifa. But keep in mind, Ali ibn Abi Talib, when the prophet, his own cousin, now in the young man. So a lot of people then the one for make it take over. Because now uncle in Pekin, and then the young man will first accept Islam with the prophet, and he live with the prophet. So this brings down the problem between the Sunni and the Shia. So now they become split. So they say, the other one is in Ali ibn Abi Talib for be the Khalifa, and for succeed the prophet. But the Shura don't decide already. And Ali ibn Abi Talib, you know, there's a problem with that. So they appoint Abu Bakr Siddiq. Abu Bakr Siddiq, where he won't pass away, what happened? Now they, Umar bin Khattab, they appoint Umar bin Khattab for making succeed Abu Bakr Siddiq. And where Umar bin Khattab is because they all killed him. Where Abu Bakr Siddiq, where Umar bin Khattab is his own time passed. Now that they appoint Uthman bin Affan. So that you don't can be saying Ali ibn Abi Talib when the other group the one for make it be the fourth person. Now it can be last. You understand it? So now we get a freedom in Islam way like a freedom of speech. Of course. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say a good believer must listen and obey as long as he is not been ordered to commit a sin. So this come back for be inclusive, for be tolerant. That's what the Islam teach me, because Islam is a religion of peace. So if we come to the point where Mr. Kanu is trying to come with for the Caliphate then, now so they go. So where Ali ibn Abi Talib now can be last, they don't split already. So now we get the Shiites and we get the Sunni. So we get the school of thought. This why they say, okay, now so far happened. The other they say, oh, that's so far happened. So this the eager for continue because it has been predicted. So again, but waiting the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam tell you he did die. He say he been left give it two things then, and then two things there. He say if we hold them tight, he say we no will ever go astray. He say Kitabullah, he say the book of Allah, when are the Quran. Now we look onto that. If we confuse of anything, now we visit them. Now we ponder the meaning of the Quran. He say we will lead me to the light. And after that, he say he don't change them. Because keep in mind, the Prophet, innahu la yantiku anil hawa. He don't just talk what he wants. In huwa illa wahyu knew here. If he say anything, now a revelation that comes from a talk. So we get the Hadith of Qudsi, we know God is saying, in the Quran, we get the Quran, we know God, now he send them once they are through Jibril to a prophet, they can wish for them. And we get the Hadith of the prophet, we know he saying, so whatever he say, them describe them down. Now that means, Kala Rasulullah, the prophet say, and after that, we get the Khulafa Rashidin, we get the Caliphate them, Abu Bakr Siddiq, Umar, Uthman, Ali, then they get their own thing. And after that, we get the Imam them, Hanbali, Shafi'i, then they come, then our Imams them, then they go with their own thoughts. And if we look into that, all this come back to the quotation where Allah tell we say, Wa'ati Allah, when I follow Allah, Wa'ati Rasul, when I follow the Prophet, or ulil amri minkum, and when I follow the authority where they among us. Because keep in mind, the prophet, they don't die, they don't go already. So now that they left now the authority, so now they're for listening. If they're leading at the wrong side, they will be held responsible, Yom Al Qiyamah. So I don't want to take a lot of time, maybe a question day back, or maybe
we'll
be something I don't answer them right.
Yeah, we'll get more people. Now we go to Mr. Kabo. Mr. Kabo, you get any question for the Sheikh?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I'm glad you are here.
Wow,
right, and I believe anything we do in this world, it has to reflect to our own personal development and the people in general that inhabit the world. Now, for instance, we're talking about religion, which is a very important thing. I just want to know, working religion, because I believe, as you mentioned, religion is part of politics. Of course, because anywhere there is a leader, there is a structure, that is politics in one way or the other. So if that is so, I want to let you reflect your mind way back and tell me, bluntly, and tell me, please, especially the people listening to you in this forum, which is an international radio, and tell me the influence that religion in general, apart from Islam, any kind of religion in Sierra Leone, Islam, Christianity, what the positive roles they have played in the development, in the political structure and development of Sierra Leone. Now, considering way back from Shaka Stevens' time, when we always hear these Hajas and their lodges under contract, and up to the present government, and maybe recently to an Eskoroma with the Abuja case and so. But my view is, I want to get your own view. I believe religion damaged the political spectrum of Sierra Leone more than any other thing you can think of. Can you buttress those statements, or you have a defense on that?
Well, actually, if you talk to Pakanu, we are not into politics or listen most of the time, but now one thing I want to say, again, it depends. It comes to the trust. The problem when we get, when we get na trust. Would that with the trust, now we own country, if anything come for a particular group, we go handle them accordingly. As I talk to you, so you get money over $5,000 who don't get that for long term for the most, like Mr. Kanuna with Chairman, you understand what I talk about. But now, we think, say, how would they send this money to? Where they give them to the right person? And of course, most of them, in the way they can get some the Islamic group, them na the country where these are not they get aid from other countries, then for let them help the citizens, and sometimes they reach to them. So this now the trust, now the brother, I tell you, the trust. Where we don't get to somebody, we they say this one, we didn't trust them. We didn't give them this, and they work to this PM accordingly. Now that's the problem. I can refer to Gaddafi, the masjid we say go be na Sierra Leone for we. The time we go visit the insurance for bill, not to even bill, and he was so mad. All the one day I don't know about the Christian area. But with the Muslims, then most of the things, some of the time when they send them, they reach to the people. And again, what I want to talk is, now say the president, we get people already, they go Hajj, all right? So let them give them to somebody we know about Hajj. Let's not just say, let them give them to a group where they say, you don't know anything about that. And make sure, let them follow up. Because me, myself, all the folks I buy tickets from Sierra Leone for go Hajj. Last year, we are going. And the way how the thing go, it was not right. So that it comes to trust. Without we trust, that's not the problem. Now, even we get,
Okay. All right. You don't know?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now we go to David. David, go ahead.
Now, but there's a follow-up number of the discussion today.
All right.
I listen to the because I didn't know easy for now.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we go to Mr. Abdul. Mr. Abdul, we get a question for the Sheikh.
Well, I don't know much because I don't know what you're going to talk about. I come in the middle of one treatment where I can and it began a question. So I really don't know the parameters where been the top on. I mean, I would love to ask him questions, but first if I want to ask no more just question, we don't get anything for do with you. Get a top on Islam. If you allow me, I'll try to do that.
What we talk about is waiting at the influence where religion they influence politics. You know, we all know say most of the time some people then say if you not imam or if you not religious somebody then say for mix and politics at all. So the sheikh come today for make he can't tell we say maybe then their perception and then a wrong perception, because in any human interaction there are some sort of politics including Islam. So now that one day it will try for talk about. But if you get any other question, no problem.
Okay. Well, I agree. Well, Mr. Sheikh, well, in that case, if say the politics also they rub with religion, who's one way they supersede the other? If you go by the teaching of Islam, now the teachings of the Islam God, or now the politics. The reason I ask you this because law taken internationally in Islam and it's alone. Like waiting can go be asked you based on your knowledge. Has there been any time in the history of Sierra Leone where you don't know of anybody who criticized the leadership of the political structure in Sierra Leone, whether on national level or even or locally, not anybody? The reason why I ask that, if I remember who be small, Esa Kuruma been there on record na Bombay Street where Imam Bashara in the criticize the government and the security of the country. And shall wait and they come for country, then said they don't they play and they snap no more. They tell them say then go now na the whole this now na the watch, they protect na world back and next one. So is that you don't think that religion also contributes in the problems of Sierra Leone? Are this imam were willing to speak truth to power based on what the teaching of Islam say?
Thank you.
Well, it's just like the same question from the previous speaker we Ibido asked. In Islam, we get forget tolerance. The prophet, we have been sent them, they've been sent them to in people them, we not disbelievers them. Them they drink, them they kill, them they do everything. They give them the book. They say go talk to them. And you have to be peaceful when you talk to them. So you get to do that our day. So the Quran even tell them, or in Kunta Father and Khalid and Forum in Howling. He say if you go just begin the bed and then they all they see you face the twist, he said then they scatter away from you. Then they go away from you. Waiting Mambasha be try for talk, Lord. The prophet and we not to prophet them not different in the prophet ain't not be allow it the camp self let people then team up for them. That's how low he takes himself. You know, but agree and we be support city even grab for letter post they down. So he for them they try to relate to that. But again, with Islam, we for tolerate people them. In Islam, we for welcome people them. In Islam, we for do that our day. Because keep in mind, you self when you say that pulpit day, you are not perfect. Now that means you go to the masjid for go pray. So maybe by allowing that person let it come at the full of Islam, maybe it will change that for America because that's dawah.
I just want to ask about the mosque in Ohio now. How the mosque they go for the people that like we serve in Arizona now, we just don't actually rent a place where Sierra Leoneans and then they go pray as a mosque. We've been playing the Arabs mosque, but we find out say community is more stronger than any other thing. So we rent the place. We try for buy a place for build a mosque. So how we do and how far it don't go? What's the successes for other people that want to do the same thing?
Well, that question I will answer partly, but the person really answer this question to the fullest in brother Ahmed Kanu because the chairman will this. But first of all, we have to pray them with the scatter. But some of the masses that they go like Somali, they know they talk in Somali. They know they even talk English. So it is just they go straight, they just they listen the voice, they understand. So now then this way team up, waiting, now we make a Sierra Leone masjid. So we have to begin the rent. When we begin the rent, Now they will begin how they go take contribution begin the camp. People they begin to knock in chest. One of the brother I go them society when I can there until the leadership of Ahmed Kanu in Libya for long will get this big place, and if you come, you get for guys the masjid. It really big and the parking lot is big, and if somebody pass away, somebody die, this masjid ain't you not a member. The family has nothing to do with any fee. The masjid is take care of this. And now I'm telling you, we get close to 400 people then, and we get new registrars them every day. Now the masjid, because we mix some Creole and English, because now we don't begin to get people them back. We then say we not sabi Creole. But before we drive them, so now we mix some English and Creole. So the masjid do very well. And as I say, Ahmed Kanu, maybe later on, he will buttress to that and he get the full story of that because he get the documents for tell me that. No, we have been great. We get people that we didn't go hard yesterday, including me. Now about we 12, we come on at the masjid we go, and this year about people that get for go. And we get school at the masjid the way they teach Saturday and Sunday. And they pick them, then they come close to 100 right now. We do not be no nothing right now. Then they read the Quran, then they read the Hadith, they know how to follow Allah, then they pray, and we get a feedback from the parents and say, "We picking, you really change you now, and they make me for pray," you know, which is very good. So if I say the talk about Andy, the first we will talk more like in a brother American.
Okay. Yeah. Well, American, briefly before I go further. So you want for put any addition onto that briefly?
Yes. First and foremost, Mankuta is going to be brief, but let me tell you something. The Columbus, Ohio Jama, the Sierra Leone Jama, we are blessed. First, God sent we this Imam, Alhaji Abdul Karim Mansari, Sheikh, of course. When you get even a church, you get a pastor who actually get the charisma and the knowledge and is able to motivate. God don't bless una Jama. With Jama, at first, we lack the intellect. Move in the struggle until this young gentleman come now with life. When he come now with life, the Muslims them really it's like they took us and put us in the ark of Noah with them. So with like where they talk, so we able for engineer a lot. We able for determine if we say we put so money, we do such and such. We all agree. People were really determined. This is how this masjid and the Jama don't become very, very fortified in America. When you talk about Jama, we not go brag. But this side where you get as leader, you get for be very, very truthful. You not get afraid for say this not right, this is right. There is death. And all of these things make we Jama the way we turn. As I talk, when you get a leader, an imam, even create a tafsir where Sunday evening, if you get chance for good day, let's go learn more about the Quran. Me don't motivate me for even during the week, I able to open the Quran for learn what in an obi don't sabi.
Okay.
Not true.
All right, I've been just say brief, Mr. Kanu.
Yeah, so I could let Mankuta for let una get example no more. He's a role model for imams.
Inshallah. Sheikh, now who's the way you been there na Maburuka?
Well, Magburka, I've been good the way I come because I benevolent ago. My daddy say I'm not born for laying down around English. I mean, so daddy be really want to be the for nowhere long process for let me say be the Polish me company and he say no. So that was 1989 and 1990 I go there And after that, I come back my Kenny tongue because the one they will land my burka when I allowed young Kasite and Sheikh Umar Benka open my school na Makeni. So that makes me a kind of Makeni tongue. I complete me 6 years and I get me diploma. So now 19 I have been good. And my mama back na my burka is born. Now one village then they called him as I saw. Yeah, now do he born, yeah.
Now your brother, now me now your brother, me now my burka come out. All right, Sheikh, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much. Hopefully, once in a while, this is very, very important. Like within Mr. Ahmed Kanu, they talk. You know, there are so many misconceptions they go on about religion in terms of politics. It's very important for me to come in and try to explain exactly what are the line of demarcations and what are the things the way God allow for America somebody do. So thank you very much for coming to the program.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that.
All right. And that was Sheikh Abdul Karim Mansari, winner the chief imam na Ohio Sierra Leone Mosque. He been talk to me from Ohio. All right. Guys, now we don't come up on religion now, and hopefully a lot of people the way they listen to it and will understand say. Because one thing where some of we folks where they always they talk about is oh, you know what? Politics, implement not in the next world, na ya ide. This, na the thing, na the kind of perception, na the kind of mentality where a lot of people then get. Without considering the fact that every single thing we do in this world, whether in politics or in social aspects or in religion, God, they go question you for that. So for say the payment of politics, no get nothing for do with the next world. Now rogue idea that one day. And now people the way they no say they're not ethical in terms of the way that they play politics. Now they come with that. You know. Yes. Politics payments it didn't this world here. But there is also another payment where God get for go ask you, where you lead people them. Like what in the Sheikh say. 3 things then where the prophets left. Where he order and followers them. He say, follow God, follow the prophet, and follow the authorities amongst you. So that's not the 3 things. That don't tell you say yes, indeed, Islam actually identify leadership. It identify politics because anything at this world it gets a structure. Nature gets a structure. You know. So I just want for let people then start for what they think them public offices make them and not say you get for first person for making it go join Christianity or Muslim Islam or anything. No, your behavior towards mortal man na in get for determine whether na you. And at the same thing with Islam. The prayer what they pray, we not they pray because we want for make God well, we they pray for God, not for God we they pray. We they pray for ourselves. I like you pray 30,000 times a day, you know, get nothing where they benefit God. Now you, it they benefit. And the most important thing about prayer is for ask for forgiveness, right? The mistakes, prayer now a kind of a reminder for no say you are not perfect. You are liable to mistakes, and you always go in for go ask God for make God forgive you for the other sins that way you know say you commit, but the sins that when you yourself know say you commit, for example, them putting in any position, you go thief day, you know say a bad thing. You know that say stealing when they give you a position of trust, you behave there in the wrong way, a bad thing. Right? You know that. So these are the things why you they go to mosque or they go to church for go pray. That they tell you say yes. The payment, the partial payment of your leadership or your politics where they play, it also the next one. Now, after that, next week, I'm not get for date, as I all know. Next week, now in the APC Diaspora Summit will get for take place now Ohio. I they left on Thursday, and they come on Sunday. I they come back Sunday evening. So we're not gonna forget a program this coming Saturday, because that day I will be very, very busy. I'm not go able for broadcast from Ohio. In fact, I not get for go with my broadcast laptop at all, especially now that we get a TV. I remember the time where we've been going to New Jersey. I've been broadcast from New Jersey because not just radio. So now, if you get a TV, then the connection is a little bit complicated, and we just go with a laptop and begin to do things in there, especially when you get a big audience. You go out for disappoint somebody. So now this not for happen. This coming Saturday. Guys, you get anything where you want for add from what you hear or any other thing, socially, politically, where you want for talk, because we still get 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, Mr. Mankota, I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
It's actually political, and it has to do with us in Sierra Leone. Mm-hmm. Now, I know very well, or should I say, you've been asking me questions with regards to your conference coming in Ohio next week.
Yeah.
Now, but considering the facts, the problems that are in the country or we're facing today, especially with the current release of the 1.3 billion
money
embezzlement or whatever the situation is. And you very well, we all know, all Kenyans know, say this accusation is for more so people and Escoroma's government. And if that is so, we will say, and APC, we have to mention that because we can't treat that in isolation. And if this accusation, which the big since Sierra Leone was born, and if we are really serious about the people we care for, and we're trying to organize political parties, and we tend to want to fight for, if we have a section of these people have an accusation of short situation, and then the same political party is organizing a conference, an international conference to Ohio, I was thinking that based on this accusation, which is concomitant to treason, they should have been able to put this meeting aside until and unless they find ways and means and resolve this problem. If only you guys mean democracy, true democracy in Sierra Leone, and fighting for these people. What do you think? Can't you put off this meeting and put down all those adverts and commercials about it because of the treason, the problem of the embezzlement, which is concomitant to treason? Well, and you know very well, in other parts of the world, that definitely is treason.
Well, thank you very much for bringing up that, because it's very, very important. That's something we very, very important. And if I be missing, for being regret after. So thank you for bringing that up. And I think we have been a member throughout the week for say this. Now one of the things that we'll get for discuss today. So we'll give them a little bit more chance for let we able delve into that. But first of all, one of the things we believe say you a little bit wait and see you want for put the cat before the horse. This now an audit where they make pan 4 departments then NASA alone. Where then say within them 4 departments then they within 3 years over 1 billion. I not gonna know. I don't want for give you a specific amount because I know read the report is they say over $1 billion is unaccounted for. All right, I think I put a little bit of an audio, just a brief audio about that when I didn't see they come out. But here is the thing. I don't want for preempt, like always I say, until we read. Mr. Cabo, if this is an audit, then just don't pull it out. How APC diaspora for put something where they don't plan way before even this year come out, and we not even know say whether this particular audit is accurate. It don't make sense to we for make we say okay because I wouldn't call Sajusu don't come out in public saying that this the former government be done with and call all of a sudden we say okay, you know waiting all waiting we get for do now, let's put aside and let's just sit down and wait for waiting. There are processes, Mr. Cabo. The first thing we don't do, then the people that will do the audit, then don't present the audit. Now, if the audit, the government believes say, waiting and talk, waiting and get na the audit, na correct thing, na accurate thing, then there's a process. Let them pass on to the ACC. Okay, the ACC, they take in your course. But one thing I would really want to say, without trying for demonize this audit here, it look a little bit weird. Because, like I said in my audio, the GDP for Sierra Leone now about $3 to $4 billion a year. Sierra Leone GDP now between $3 to $4 billion, maybe a little bit that. This is the entire GDP for Sierra Leone, right? And we all know, say, 70% of that GDP they come out from donors, because we now a donor economy we get. Okay, donor economy, and almost 90% of the government expenditure and other things actually come out from them donor. Now, and then they use now for begin distribute to different departments. Them, I not see one day where the budgets come. Then say, for example, the Ministry of Transportation. Then say for 1 year, the Ministry of Transportation they don't give them $1 billion per year, or even $250 million, or even $100 million per year. So how comes within 3 years, then departments here, they're not able to over $1 billion? The mathematics to me not a mathematician. 100. Anybody way rationally enough, you go say, you know, waiting. I need more information before I begin to do this. So now, so myself one for say now this program here, as everybody knows, say me now credible somebody, and this program now credible program. Yes, we don't listen. We need more information for let we able to digest this report here, for let we know what thing they go on. I don't know whether somebody else got any other thing for say. Let we go to America now if you get anything for say about that. America, did you hear me?
What I just want to say about this, a very, it's almost like, if they therefore demonstrate any bias, not to bias will big. So we then just therefore give a lot of attention to the report. Because if it be Sierra Leoneans, them will, then they all, I wish say it go lead for make we eradicate the tribalism, the bias, the corruption, and everything we don't actually debunk with society. So me, I want to let them pay attention in we go shape the future of Sierra Leone.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you very much. I understand that, and we all want for America, like I say, I don't want to dispute the fact that this report. I'm just looking at, for example, if you get a business, the entire business, it costs, let's say, $1 million. The entire business. Then can tell you say the something wrong in just one tenth of that business say we actually cost $600,000 or $500,000. The mathematics, I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. I don't want for good because this is very, very complicated. Let we wait and get more details into the report and find out exactly is it $1 billion, over $1 billion, and if that $1 billion, I believe so they must get certain points the way they find out, then begin calculate then they before they come out with that, or maybe now a kind of a speculative, we then say an estimation, because for example, projections in business, we know saying every business get a projection for say, okay, this year we able make $1 million, for example, okay. It don't necessarily mean say the year it will make then call them projections. Maybe then people then look at them projections then they where them department then they make for say probably they expect to get this amount of money. Then it can be say they use them projections and they as raw data for make them able to get their own results. That's not speculation. I just did speculate. But let's wait for the results and make sure say we get the details of this result. Let me go to Mr. Abdul. Mr. Abdul, go ahead.
Yeah, Mankota, thank you. But don't you think, I don't know how this thing is set up, but you don't think this is more or less for public consumption and for make the other party look bad? And what are the parameters where then people are, Mr. Sorry, where then they follow? Because if then, like what Ahmed says, these are international forensic auditors, we not born at the country, they must have guidelines. This is not then they living bread and butter job where they do, assuming that's their job, where they are in there and the expertise on. I think that you cannot make an investigation or audit and like I say, you're not able to back up with evidence and you just spill them out to the public for public consumption, we will make the other person look bad. I think that is what it is here. So then in that case, how does the other person able to fight back if all the evidence is not out there? That is why Kagbo asked the question, because Kagbo is just looking at the one piece of information we already don't disseminate and the social media all over the world. Yep. And now if there is more information is not going to come out, Mr. Kagbo and others and me or you perhaps will hold on to this that is now available to us. So don't they have guidelines way to follow them as quote-unquote international investigators or forensic auditors that, gentlemen, let's wait first. I mean, we are gathering evidence. Before we make this public, we must don't get A, B, C, D in place. Or this is what we gather. These people that are involved, let's invite them in and say, this is what we have found out. This will not need for response to before we lay this out to the public. Because you and I know, my own people from Koredigu will not go to school. The one that Naro Rooks will not go to school. The one that Rokoya and Matatiate will not go to school. They may believe into this, while if somebody will able to read and write, they just give them a basic interpretation of my brother to me. Then why I can't here.
Yeah. Well,
mistake don't happen. We make this thing needs to be corrected.
Definitely,
Mr. Manta.
Hold on.
Sorry,
I give you chance.
Yeah.
I give you chance.
Okay.
Definitely, Mr. Abdul. That's exactly the point why they try to talk about. If you remember, the SLPP did one of the first things where they can do bad. Where they come out with the GTT report, then come out with a GTT report and hype that GTT report. They go on social media, go on the media, and begin try for talk say if you know what is them people that they don't do. Una go hate the APC party. These are political things the way not necessary at all. If you really what happened with that GDT report, the moment they begin pull out certain report, then we begin find out say there are some problems with the GTT report. So from that time they not pull the entire GTT report to then say then they wait the commission of inquiry. While the commission of inquiry right now they can go, we don't know exactly the hype way the SLPP hype this particular thing, that the same thing they happen now this way. If the SLPP they're not just one for use this audit. I'm not trying for condemn the internal auditors. We can do, but maybe the SLPP want for use this. Now that make them just pull this basic information, the $1.something billion for make them able to hype the political tension between the opposition and them. Mr. Kagbo, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we all don't go into inner part of the situation. But my request was practice some of you watch politics in the Western world, and the meeting that you guys going to get in Ohio, more of the Western people coming from the Western world. Mm-hmm. And if so, we're looking at the people in the Western world, how they practice politics when they get an accusation of such sort, even when they are in the middle of elections, they will put the campaign aside until the problem resolved in one way or the other. So my question is not whether it is true or not. and saying with short and information and accusation, if it will not be necessary for me to put in a meeting aside first, if only now get the interest of the people. Because this money is, just as I say, is commensurate to treason in other parts of the world.
What?
So, if so, why can't we consider the people and put the meeting aside until this problem resolved?
Well, Mr. Gabo, the first thing is, you already done.
Makota, Mr. Gabo, with all due respect, that question is wrong. Yeah, what you are saying is, if APC cancel the meeting at Ohio, it cannot sound like they say they are guilty. No, so the meeting where they get Ohio, if we go on, you are asking APC for stop all what even they do, because something, an allegation like this don't come. Now go back, you are an academician. You use the adjective allegation. It is an allegation. These people have to prove it. So if they're not proven, you want to say, let it not continue with the movement. Let them just wait until this thing is resolved. Do you know when this thing is going to resolve? Let's start. The auditors, they are just presenting and saying that this we find out. Waiting
okay. Mr. Fonti.
If they're going to fall,
Mr. Fonti,
are going to go all the way to the Supreme Court, but you are asking APC to make them stop all what they do. No, that is very disingenuous.
Yeah.
Mr. Fonti, and Mr. Manko, I get a question for Mr. Gabo. Studying the politics of America, that time what target been doing. You want to tell me say there was no general election at this country where the Republicans did not participate, because President Nixon was a Republican who ended up for resign because impeachment it affects the Republican Party. The Republican Party didn't put aside what they had to do for the coming elections. They didn't do that. And with the APC, now the diaspora, not everybody they don't accuse for corruption. And we party, Sierra Leone party, they therefore continue the continuity of the APC, therefore go on. And we can meet up now for see how we go gain solidarity, how we go gain unity, how we will learn from the mistakes that we don't happen. It's not going to stop us because there is a audit where they don't accuse most of the APC people for embezzling 1 something billion. No.
Okay, let me come in. Mr. Gabo, first of all, your question is well coded. We know the coded way you put inside your question, because number one, you put inside your question, you put allegation, then you put tantamount to treason. So when we look at the premises of your question, we know say it's a kind of a command or a comment than a question. For say we should have put what we already prepared for, because an allegation will tantamount to treason. And secondly, Mr. Gabo, I know what they see in a salon when they say somebody embellishes something, now a treason. Because if that is the case, a lot of people the way they the government, including Madabio today, so therefore we don't kill them, because then they make an allegation against them for 18 million. But that was an allegation, okay? So that don't mean say Madabio, because they make that allegation, say if we don't put in candidacy or in campaign where been there until that thing they solve. It don't make sense, Mr. Gabo. The question was not actually a question, but kind of a comment, a command, or wishful thinking, and that's not gonna work.
Gabo, no, Mr. Gabo, as long as the APC, because of Sheki, Iwa, and until Unagi and Eskoroma, and all the APC, the aid is silver platter.
Yeah, I know.
Don't put the aid, then Mr. Gabo will take it for APC.
Mr. Gabo, you get the last one.
Sometimes, Mr. Makota, sometimes I cannot talk. Sometimes I cannot talk. I know. This is just hard politics.
Mr. Gabo, the APC go continue. It will continue. No more.
Listen, man.
What Mr. Ahmed say? Not that about. That I don't know if you all be left alone or will be not left alone in 1992 MPH over to APC. If you ask the average Saloman, or no, not the average, let me go back, average and educated Sierra Leonean, it not be expected within a 15-year period, APC they come back to power. So APC, like what you see, a parting a Calbante.
Yeah, but you see, I understand all the other different things that we they bring in, and this is not the question. My question is, are you guys going to continue the meeting, or are you going to suspend the meeting until this problem is resolved? Because I said, in some, this is tantamount to treason in some other countries in the world. Of course, you know that. That's what I said.
All right, Mr.
Lago. They go and say now, you up to now. But therefore, remember, say, not to Mr. Kagbo or Mr. Mankota, Mr. Kanu or Mr. Adul, only they at the radio. People, thousands and thousands are listening to us. So I just know that.
Mr. Kagbo, if we be vice president, President Anes Kruma, now he say no they come. Or we invite President Madabiu, now he say no they come. The APC diaspora now they make meeting for the progress of APC in Sierra Leone. So then come on and not come on, enough for the mean nothing to we. We are going to proceed with the APC summit for the betterment of APC and the future of APC and Sierra Leone. So this is also something we attach or encroach to any treason where you don't already.
Mr. One thing no more where I want for assure Mr. Kabu. When the time reach, people like Mankota, they take the leadership of the APC party. Mr. Kabu will be an APC member. May God make he get long life, make he see that day. So now that one no more make for talk.
Yeah, not Mr. Kabu na APC. Not
Mr. Kagbo now agree with the condition that you will be the I call up that person that will be the anti-corruption. So if Mankota now, Mr. Kagbo join the club, say as Mankota will be, but I will help the anti-corruption. But with one condition, you know the people begin back from second, you know.
Alright guys, I just want to thank you very much, and especially we guests for today, Sheikh Abdul Karim Mansari, we na the chief imam na the masjid, the Sierra Leone masjid na Ohio for come na the program for can tell you about the relationship between politics and religion. And I also want to thank you now, like I said, we listeners and we viewers them. Next week we'll not go date on the air because I get for travel, and but the week after that we will continue this program here. That the program always they teach you and explain everything way una doubts. So as they soon are back next week, the same time, the same.
I don't even hear nothing again.
Oh, all right. Well,
all right then. We'll just call it out.